Hey, Michael. Yeah, it's just Michael. That's it. Very cool. All right. But yeah, this is it's going pretty good. Yesterday, I actually did some work on the hub space itself. So it is on my own fork of the hub's client now. Yeah. So I've already made one change, which which is that for right now, chat messages do not show up for NVR users at all. So there's no more stutter, but they also can't see chat now, which, to be fair, they could not last meetup either because there's been changes to the meta browser. I think the thing that they were using, the HTML to canvas stuff that they were using to like lay out the text, relied on some something to do with like page request animation frame because it doesn't work unless you bring the browser back up now. Hello. But yeah, now that I've figured out how to like swap in my own client, I just need to figure out how to get the local hubs thing to stand up because the current hubs compose doesn't work on my machine, unfortunately. So I can only make changes blind if I want to do stuff right now. There's always one. You want to give it a couple more minutes for people to file in, and then you can kick things off. Cool, cool, cool. So we got you guys first, and then D Panther, I think, is going to talk a bit about his experience doing like the multiplayer Unity stuff. Mm-hmm. Understood. Gotcha. Mm, I see. Well, we should be able to clear that without much problem. Yeah, I don't know why, but like I was just saying, I don't know why, but lately, like meetups always seem to like sneak up on me. It's just like, oh, it's the end of the month. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Floor is yours whenever you want to start things off. I'll let you do whatever you need to do for the presentation. Mm. Sure, sure, sure. Hey, Michael. Hey, Heather. How you doing today? Oh, sure, sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh no. Let me take a look. Ah, You should be able to. Yeah. Let me know if you need me to do something. maybe maybe it just like matches on those messages that always have like a bunch of emojis in them. Mm. Mm. Ooh. Hmm. I see. mm. Yeah. It's like you make it orange, you're already most of the way there. Like, mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Is there any concern about the like Sketchfab integration with like the new Fab news and all that? I wonder if that'll impact the stuff you can actually pull in. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the licensing wasn't super clear on like what was like accepted usage, which sucks because I'm sure there's a lot of good stuff in there. Yeah, if you want to go ahead and set up, stage is yours. No, you just have to get something full screened on it. You just have to move the media object like into the frame. So it's up. You need me to like take it over and pin it for you, or you got it. You got it. Nice. Yep, yep. Yes. You're making me realize this is actually the first time I've seen someone screen share from like a 1:1 aspect ratio. Yeah, no, I don't hate it. I just have never seen it before. True. Oh boy.
which was a UI library. We've since like put that on ice a little bit so we could focus more on like the developer experience itself because we felt that wasn't really resonating with people a lot, and the problems we were facing were very frustrating and we just weren't solving them. So we decided to focus fully on the problems at hand and try and get the developer experience to suck just a little bit less. So let me dive into that part. So this is what we mean by the developer experience sucking. Like you guys all know, like you're like enthusiasts in the space. Building for XR isn't great. It's like it's kind of a labor of love sometimes, where you are like building on a 2D screen. I talk with my hands a lot, so you're not going to see that, but you can hopefully hear it. Um, but you're building on a 2D screen, you compile your code or like just finish building the function you built if you're like working directly with like WebXR and 3JS, and then you put the headset on to test it. There's a bug, you take the headset off again and go back to writing your code and continue that loop over and over. And I argue it's like probably the most physically exhausting developer experience out there, at least in consumer tech. I've seen a lot of really great developers who have really solid ideas just totally wash out of the process because like this sucks. I'm gonna go back to writing something for a 2D screen, and it also just feels like the wrong tool sometimes. Like I feel if you're trying to build maybe like an app or like a small experience, things like Unity and Unreal Engine, etc., are like total overkill. They're like like that's kind of like designing UI using Photoshop. You can do it, but it is not a fun experience. And my co-founder Laurent, he's here as well. He can totally attest to that. Like he worked on Sketch because of that problem. Um, and also, there's no rabbit hole for like WebXR right now, but we're not going to focus on that as much. I actually kind of just stole this slide from our pitch deck, so that's not a problem we're going to focus on too much. But we do think distribution is a problem that needs to be resolved. And we're trying to work with like some other partners to figure out what can be done to make WebXR more accessible to everyone. Accessible being like it is thrown in front of people and they can like grab those experiences as quickly and easily as possible. So with that in mind, we're building Volume.dev. So Volume.dev started out as this sort of like companion app. The idea was that you plug it into your VS Code, like instance or like local session, and then like it automatically connects to your headset, and you can like not have to worry about setting up SSL certificates or servers, etc. Um, but we felt that was sort of like a half measure for the like a half measure to solve the problem. Like it wasn't really attacking the whole thing. You still had to build on a 2D screen, and you still needed another computer to use your headset. So we've since like iterated and jumped onto building an entire developer platform specifically for WebXR and designed to be used in the headset. So what does that look like? Let's go ahead and take a look. So like I said, I just took this video, so it's in 720p rather than 1080p. You're not gonna be able to see any of the text, but I'm happy to like jump out of this and share the editor from this screen. But we have a full-featured editor built on top of, I believe, Monaco, which has like everything you'd expect from a basic text editor, such as like highlighting, like some code completion, and my favorite thing is like Command or Control D, where I can like that's like my go-to like hotkey usage, and I can use that in headset, which I love. And then we have little GUI like settings UI support, which I'll show you when I jump out. And you'll see right here some of the little GUI that we have built right into our UI. And you'll also see we have options for an inspector and info on the app you've written. And you can't quite see it, but there's also a FPS counter, which like tracks your frame rate and gives you a good idea of performance. There you go. You can see it a little bit better. So in this video, I'm actually playing with EasyTree, which is a library like built by, I forget his name, but it's a really cool library that makes it very easy to procedurally generate a tree. And I thought it would look really cool in XR. So I will share out the link to this demo, and it also has a link to his like GitHub page. But that's another thing is we also have support for external libraries. It's really easy to import a NPM module. So this is like talking about the XR rabbit hole a little bit. So one problem that we're also trying to solve is discovery. Like discovery sucks. Like you have the new tab page and that's about it. There are other like platforms that you can explore, but you still have to like go through like I think you like nothing's really built on open source tools, at least as far as I'm aware, and it's not like a full featured experience, and it doesn't look like a consumer app. We have like we're very opinionated. We're not like trying to diss anyone, but like we think we can create a very good user focused experience that allows it to like that makes it very easy to share and access what we're calling volumes, like little 3JS experiences, such as this one. And so the idea is like we simplify link sharing as much as possible. We have this experiment we have going on called Magic Link, where you pull it up on your phone, and if your phone is on the same Wi-Fi as your headset, if you pull up Volume.link on your headset, it automatically opens whatever you had on your phone. And that we're still playing around with. And then we're exploring the idea of like a sort of TikTok for our XR content, where you can automatically like jump between like experiences written on our platform. And let me jump out at this point actually, and I can take you over to the actual editor. So let me see if I can change what I'm sharing. Also, feel free to jump in with questions at any point. Screen. I cannot see them though, so be aware. All right, can you see the editor?
Yes.
All right. And let me zoom in on a little bit for you guys. So this is the same app that I was exploring or playing with. I wrote this morning, and you can see it's pretty similar to like any run-of-the-mill like 3D game editor. You've got your preview, you've got your text editor right here. At present, we only have support for a single code file. Everything's done in one file. We are working on adding support for more files and custom files because as like our own projects have gotten a little bit more complex, we have realized we need more files. As soon as you want to build like a custom object or class, like it gets very hairy very quickly. But here's what the first thing I wanted to show, which is VolUI, which is like our little GUI drop-in replacement. We wanted to just go straight with little GUI, but in XR support kind of isn't there, and it was just easier to port over like a couple features from little GUI than like try and build out an entire XR version of little GUI. But all you have to do to add to the settings menu is like create an object up here, like define which variable you want to adjust, and then provide the possible options, etc. It's very similar, like honestly, just the exact same API, and it allows you to like create like the adjustable, tunable parameters in headset. We also have a built-in console, which is very helpful, especially when like you're in headset and like nowhere near like your laptop to plug into the Chrome debug tools. You can get like a pretty high level, like it's a little limited, but you get a pretty good idea of like what's going on, like with like imports, exports, and like or just like various problems in your code. It was very helpful just learning the easy tree library. And of course, we have an assets place, like I was mentioning earlier. We have a place to add like 3D assets and textures, etc. And of course, this is like the place to define the like info about your app as well as adding external libraries, which is very simple. You just type in your alias there, and then like the library name here, and there you have blend trees. But I won't add them right now because I don't want blend trees in here. But that's the high level of the editor itself. I can show you the rest of the platform. I can actually show you, this is what it looks like on desktop. It's like pretty familiar if you've been on like any like code sharing platform similar to something like CodePen or Code Sandbox. But ours is specifically for XR content. And yeah, we've got other projects going on. That was the blend tree one I was playing with. It's a lot of fun so far. Like as soon as we added external libraries, like that's why I like ended up throwing this presentation together last minute. Because I just did not like I just totally forgot like what was going on because I was just so engrossed in like playing with this in headset. Let me go back to the meetup slides, and I think about one more slide and then I should be done. Yeah, so this is what we have so far. We're really focused on the in-headset editing experience. There's still a lot to be done. There shouldn't quite be a check mark there. There's a few features we want to build out. But we also have the showcase and a few social features such as likes and remixes. Remixes are a big deal, and I'm like kicking myself for not mentioning that. Like we like very similar to any other code sharing platform. You can grab if you like someone else's like project, you can go and like remix it, like just click remix and you can make your own version and add to it or like totally like redo it in some way. I love it. Like the other day, one of our engineers, Grant, took this paper planes demo that I put together and like made the flight paths a lot cleaner, and just by adding 2 lines of code, which I thought was really frustrating because I'm like, I could have done that, but you actually saw it. Damn. But it was like a really convenient feature for him. So we have that. We have in headset editing, debugging, curated showcase, the social features, and then over the next year, we're hoping to add dynamic content delivery and we want to get our hybrid web app on the Quest Store. I've been pretty actively working with the browser team there to like figure out like when hybrid app support is going to be there. You may have seen me on the Discord talking back and forth with RC about, hey, it works. Why can't I get it on the headset? And it seems to be just a lot of like defining policies and infrastructure things going on with the app approval process. So they're hoping to, I think, early next year have like hybrid PWA support. We hope to be one of the first ones on the store. And then additional features such as the like multiplayer and like AI Copilot support. AI Copilot would be great. A lot of the Boyd's demo I wrote was done with ChatGPT open in another tab in headset. I'd love to just have like a Copilot plugged right in, similar to VS Code that I can dive right into. And then also our no code UI editor. We are built on top of Pimindress, on top of UIKit and React XR, though all of it is vanilla XR content or vanilla 3JS at the moment. Like we love that UI library. We want to hopefully expose it more so that like people can just have like a drag and drop UI style experience, but that's going to take a lot of engineering. And we also want to help people deploy to the App Store if we can, assuming hybrid web apps get moving. So yeah, that was a pretty scatterbrained, high level like breakdown of what we've built and what we're hoping to build more of. Thank you. And any questions? Oh, also, like, feel free to jump onto our Discord. We were called Volumetrics. We are now Volu. I should change that. But the URL is the invite link is in the WebXR Discord channel. I can share that again too. Yeah. Any questions?
None from me.
Thoughts?
Not directly related to the Volume platform, but while you were showing off examples, you mentioned using that Easy Tree library, which I've also seen on Twitter. How's the performance like? Have you tried putting like a bunch of trees into a scene?
Well, I think performance-wise, it gets a little hairy once I've only done the one tree because I was in my living room and like I was doing like a full room scale tree, so I thought it was going to be a little too intense to add that many. But I did try and like make the most complex version. And I got a pretty big one with a lot of branches and leaves, etc. Like upstanding, and it was like I think we started dropping down to about 45 frames per second at like I don't know. I could give you like the size parameters, and you could go in and play with it yourself.
But this was just with one tree.
It was pretty big. This was with one tree, but it was a big tree. Effectively, it was with multiple trees because the branches are just smaller trees. Like there's an insight into the world right there. Branches are just tiny trees. But yeah, it's a pretty cool library, and I think now that we have external library support, I'm going to be like making a couple demos here and there of just like exploring those ones, like in mixed reality. I think one of the big advantages of what we've built here is that you don't have to spin up a whole project like from scratch every time you want to just play with a library or like play with an idea. Like we boilerplated pretty much everything for you, and you don't have to spin up a server or anything like that. And it works on desktop too. So like just writing and editing code in the head, like on your desktop if you want to, is totally available. I prefer doing it in headset with a Bluetooth keyboard, but that's just me.
Thank you. Any other questions from anyone?
You don't want to spawn a tree now that we're done with the talk? Just to see it? Actual demo? Or is that beyond
right
the
now?
scope of it?
Or on the like I can do it on the like I'm not in headset. I could do it on desktop. I'm not sure. Can I share my open tab? There's no screen sharing in Quest yet, is there? I'm always
Can't
surprised
screen
by
share from Quest directly. No, I don't think.
Yeah, unfortunately, I do not have it. I can spawn it up using like the what is it? The desktop app. Let me pull it up. Someone's guitar just fell over.
Oh, Michael.
I'll throw that up here.
All right, so the settings right now is not exposed in the 2D UI. It's just exposed in the XR UI at the moment. So you'll just have to see me change some variables directly in the editor. So let's change to the trunk length to, actually no, let's do more levels. 5, and so there's that, ugly right away.
Winter is coming.
Winter is coming, Whomping Willow looking tree. And let's see, 8, maybe that'll look less ugly. Nah, it looks more ugly. 20. There you go. And let's maybe make it tree type 1, which I believe is, what do you call it? Did that change anything? It is not. Did not change anything.
Oh, question about the actual editor itself. Do you have dark mode alongside that currently light mode?
Laurent, you're there. Do we have dark mode?
We have dark mode in the design. We don't have it in the implementation yet. It should come very soon.
We have
can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
So let me keep going actually and refresh this. It may have crashed, but we can always just refresh. Sick. All right, there's the big ugly tree. You can do more leaves.
Is there a possibility to rescale the side panel to be less screen invasive?
Excuse me? Oh, the side panel? Yeah, that needs to be resizable.
And the code section, is there a way to widen it or make it less wide?
Not at the moment. I think as we come up, like we're doing a total design overhaul, as Laurent mentioned. So hopefully we'll have a much better experience with that. All right, well there we go. That's a little better.
Pretty tree.
Nicer looking tree.
Bob Ross.
Yeah, it's giving some serious Bob Ross energy. Let me see.
Michael, so I'm in a Quest 3 and I'm looking at the code that you're writing there. It's completely blurred out. Is that just part of the headset? Or is everybody else see blurred on desktop?
Can you see the code?
Of like we can see the code. I think it's just a matter of like video compression that's like choking it up.
Streaming quality.
Yeah. Hang on, let me zoom in.
Yeah.
Can you see a little better?
No, not me. But I'm on.
It's a bit better, but yeah, it's the resolution of the video. I think it's too low. So
let me go ahead and I'll share it in Discord. The link to the easy tree
example. Public link, that'll be good.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're all public. I'll put in the monthly Meetup channel. But it's fun to play with. You know, if and like we're very much in an alpha right now. There's like table stakes features that we're still working on. But we are like open to testers, and we'd love for people to like come in and like start playing with it and tell us what we're doing wrong, we're doing right, what we should be focusing on more, and where the bugs are, because I'm user number 1 right now, and I know there are more bugs than I'm finding. I just haven't had the time to fully hunt them down.
Why don't you set up a beta or a testers channel on the Discord where people can sign in and converse?
We do have, so I'll share the link to our own Discord as well, but there is the Testers Wanted channel that we were going to share too.
Yeah, and that is open to literally anybody. So
Yeah. Yep. I'm trying to figure out where we pinned that. There it is. Copy link. Or is this going to be that thing there? Jump.
Oh, there's the tree.
Yeah, it's fun to play with. Those are really cool libraries. As soon as I saw it on Reddit, I was just like, we should definitely see if we can get that to work.
How many objects do they have?
In the tree?
No, in the library.
I do not know. Literally, I just started playing with it this morning. This is my first time using it. So,
okay.
like, this was a pretty quick thing to get set up. Again, tooting like Voludev's horn just a little bit more. This would have taken me a day to actually get up and running prior. But this, I just spun up a volume project and imported the library, and I was off to the races. I had the example up and going in my living room, which was pretty cool. Yeah, I'm still sharing my screen. I think I was trying to stop. How does one stop the screen sharing on here?
Should be in the share.
Share menu.
Is this gonna screw everybody up if I rescale this? There we go.
Oh wow, you can just pull it in here. That's so cool.
Yeah. Steven brought it in.
Nice.
I just downloaded it manually. But this tree is created with that code.
Yeah.
No, I just pulled it from the original URL, the S-tree stuff. But
yeah,
okay, now wait.
By the way, no hitches in VR when I'm sending these messages, right, guys? I don't know who's actually in VR right now.
I am.
Cool.
Yeah. You mean glitches where it lose a frame or something?
It used to be. It was a bug I just recently did a quick fix for, where the way that it makes the in-world VR messages ends up blocking the main thread, so your app like completely freezes for a couple seconds.
It did for me.
I do have some.
It did do that still.
Yeah. It froze for me.
Yeah. Well, it says I'm still sharing my screen, but I don't see it in the space anywhere. So that's weird.
May have dropped below the map.
Nice.
Although I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't see it in the object list at all.
Objects. Cool.
Michael, I have an important question. When are you sharing this on Twitter so I can retweet?
I was planning on sharing it like ASAP. I was going to share it Monday morning though, because that's usually when I get the most engagement on Twitter. But yeah, I can share it now.
Maybe do some cutting on the. I'm not sure, some video editing, but I think it's like it's really cool looking example, especially with depth sensing. So it's like a tree running through your house. I found it really amazing.
Yeah, the with the depth sense, because the depth sensing is enabled by default on all projects, so that because built on our platform, because the idea is it's a mixed reality developer platform, and so when I first initialized the tree, it was just a huge, the default size is enormous, so it's just a huge trunk going through my floor and my ceiling, which I thought was really cool. It was a great effect.
Sequoia.
Yeah. But that library is sick. Yeah, I'll share it out. Hopefully I might not share it out today because I have to jump in a minute and go out. I've got some things I got to take care of, but I will be sharing it out probably tomorrow or Monday. But by all means, go on and play with it a little bit, and it's usable right now if you have your Quest on you. It also works on the Vision Pro. Not as perfectly as I'd like, in the sense that it's like, we don't have depth sensing. It's only fully immersive. And we need to bring in, I want to change the default settings for each project so that when you're in Vision Pro, it doesn't turn on hand tracking. So you still have the, the hand matting, the body masking. I think that's really important for a mixed reality experience. Yeah. Anyways, I think that's all for me. I think we're waiting on you, DePanther.
Thank you, Michael, for your presentation.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks, Carlos.
Yeah, thanks. Always nice to have you here.
Thank you. Well, Unity is still compiling. Once it's done, I'll upload the final build to a URL, and then we can jump in to the VR template. So we can talk about other things till then.
Well, I will share the VoluDev link on this chat as well, so people can play with it.
Thanks.
I have a small thing to share. I don't have a presentation, but I wanted to announce that I'm doing a workshop for React 3XR. It's not yet, we haven't done any marketing on it, but I think it's very awesome that the React Summit in New York on the 20th of November has allowed us to do a workshop. It's actually sponsored by the MetaQuest team, and also Felix from the brother team will be there and will be a co-trainer. So I'm not sure, probably nobody here at the React Summit, but I still think it's very amazing that that we can do this workshop, and maybe some people will retweet it if I tweet it, and yeah.
Bill, I'm curious if you would probably know best. Has there been an increase of people getting into WebXR stuff through React XR now that with the renewed work?
Yeah, I like the previous version. I mean, it was mainly there I think 3,000 downloads. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the numbers were, but they definitely increased. Also from the Git, from the activity and stuff. Obviously, since it's such a big change, people were many people had already built their stuff, and then converting takes some time, and obviously can get frustrating. I think overall, I think I've seen some really, really cool experiences.
Good. Can you mute yourself, please?
Yeah, sorry?
No, sorry, someone's keyboard was a little loud.
Okay.
Yeah, it could be mine.
Yeah, so
I'll mute.
Overall, I would say from the usage of React 3XR definitely increased. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I cannot sing UI Kit's praises enough, man. It's the easiest way to create UI right now, and cleanest. Literally all the little bits that are flying around in the editor, or when you open up a project, that little menu, it's entirely written in UI Kit, and we have a scene inspector as well. And Bella's been super helpful. Whenever I've got some kind of bug, I'll ping him at midnight his time or 3 o'clock in the morning his time, and I'll get a response in an hour or two. So UI Kit's great, even though both the React XR version and the vanilla version are super solid. We're using the vanilla version right now, but we are hoping to we're exploring full React support in ValueDev specifically so that we can expose more of the UI kit defaults.
Yeah,
Nice,
no, I'm
thank
actually
you.
looking to integrate vanilla UI kit into one of my own projects pretty soon.
Very
Dude,
nice.
it's so good.
UIKit will also be part of the workshop. We are planning to do like a game track and a business track, so people like we plan to get 40 people in there, and then some people can do like business focused stuff, and other people can do game focused stuff. And so for the business thing, we'll have a section about how to use UIKit and XR. So if like it's in New York, so maybe if you're not attending the summit but want to look by anyways, hit me up, or if you're interested in something about it. I will share it in the chat also.
Awesome.
November 20th.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Hope
What
you get a
time
good
is
turnout.
it?
Sorry, the time?
Yeah, Eastern time.
It's in EST. I'm not sure how to convert it, but
No, just EST.
yeah, it's from 10 to 17 o'clock.
Okay.
And we're planning to do like so at the end, everybody should have or will have a project they can share. So everybody will have either a game or like a business application. And then we're planning to do like everybody can check out other stuff. And we hope that also some other people, or we're planning to have some other people there showing their stuff they built, and then have a nice evening just sharing stuff built with React or without React, but with WebXR. Yeah.
Okay,
that sounds
good.
like it'll be pretty cool. Interested to see what will come out of that.
Yeah, I hope that we can share like a lot of demos from that and make a lot of fuss on Twitter and stuff. Hopefully.
Bella, would you be able to post the work on Discord?
With
live as it goes along? Or is that possible? Whoops.
I imagine probably when the workshop's like wrapped up, there'll probably be some sharing of all the stuff that came out of it.
Sure. Oh, definitely. I will do my best to hopefully make a nice video and all that stuff. Like get a lot of content from it.
And if any of them join the WebXR Discord, even better.
Yeah, sure. Like that's like the path to building stuff with React 3XR and thus with WebXR should definitely always go to the WebXR Discord, in my opinion.
There goes another keyboard.
D-Panther, how's that Unity build coming along?
Just finished uploading, now making sure it's up to the cache, and then I'll share the URL.
I will admit I'm surprised it was that far along.
Yeah.
Okay. Bella, what country are you in? Bella.
Bella, you there?
Sorry.
What country?
I'm in Germany, but
Deutschland.
I'm also sometimes in Sweden. So yeah, those two countries.
Nice.
Would be
Texas.
Oh, nice. Would be great to have like an overview where all WebXR people are. I'm not sure if that has ever been done.
At one point I was working on like a WebXR, like a state of WebXR survey type thing, and one of the questions would have been demographics, just to kind of get a better idea of where WebXR people. I feel like I can say with some confidence, broadly enough, that it's mostly centered in like North America, Europe. I would wager a good chunk of WebXR developers are represented by those two areas. But past that, I can't really say with as much certainty, I feel like. It would be interesting to get those kind of insights.
Be able to do a map that would have a pin of the IP address and show
could do one of those like pin yourself
those
on
globes
type thing.
Yeah.
I know there's sites that let you do that. I'll need to look into that. That could be interesting.
Do you guys hear that beeping, or is that here in my house? Like beep, beep, beep.
Yeah, I hear that as well.
Think it's
Very subtle.
Source code, is that you? Oh.
I was muted, but there is an issue with my mic that does some static in the background, even if it's muted.
No, it's a beeping sound. It's like a constant beeping, like it's.
Yeah, it's a static. Yeah, I thought it could be that. I don't know. I don't hear it, but I've had it in recordings and stuff as well. There's something. I'm looking into a new mic, but for a while, but those things are expensive.
You can Black Friday coming up.
Oh,
yeah, but even then, still, I want to. I have Blue Yeti right now, and I do want to upgrade, but
that's a good mic.
Get like a well, you'd have to get an interface too, but I was saying you could use like a Shure, like SM58. That's what I have.
Exactly. But I need an XLR interface as well, and I do have all kinds of XLR cables, and I used to use XLR for a lot of things before, but not with this mic.
Maybe a filter would be, if you could put the filter in line, it might cut out some of that buzz and distortion.
Yeah, maybe.
Even just running it through like a software.
I used to run it through a lot of software, but it's you need to. Yeah, I've been there. I stopped doing that a lot of the times because you need to just to have a simple chat with people. You have to set up so many software.
Yeah, that's too much.
So it's yeah. A new mic would be better, but
put it on your Christmas list.
Yeah.
Maybe your wife, if you're married, will get it for you.
Yeah, she thinks I have too many of these things already. I probably need to sell a guitar first.
No.
No,
No, you don't want to sell guitars. No.
Desperate measures. So we're waiting for the Panther to do. Is he gonna?
I think he's just double checking that the experience is
works. Yeah.
I do have a question for you. Like, despite being a WebXR meetup, like only 2 people are using VR. Any reasons why?
I actually was going to be in VR for this one, but I realized that the headphones that I normally use, one of the earbuds is out on it, so I didn't want to use it. So I'm on desktop right now. Because I would have like speakers on the Quest with the bike, which would probably be a little distracting.
Okay. Server is up. Hosting is up. I'll put link here and in the Meetup chat in the Discord. So if you go out of it, you can see it in the Discord. You know, it's a demo. It's not finished. So when you are not in VR mode, there's like XR device simulator. It's for like locomotion in 2D mode and not in VR mode. I think it's kind of self-explanatory. Like you click on U in order to use WASD and mouse like FPS controller, and you can click on T and Y to toggle between the controllers and escape to stop the simulator, and you'll have like the general VR button at the right bottom corner to enter in VR mode, and enter the WebXR room. You can't create a new room. It just won't work. I opened a machine with like with a room named WebXR, so enter there, and we'll see how it crash. That's it. So I'll put the link here.
It's going to be in the Discord from WebXR, right? I should be able to click on that and come in VR.
Yeah, I put here in the chat, and I'll put it also in the monthly meetup.
Okay. I
Uh,
can't open chat in VR, can I? I have to go out.
This experience work on desktop and on Quest 3. I don't think, maybe you can try to use like Android phone with VR like cardboard. I'm not sure if it will work well, because I haven't make like touch controllers, so you can't open it in a phone. But Quest 3 and desktop or desktop VR, it should work.
Okay. I'll give it a try. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks.
All right, let's see people over in the Unity scene. Hello, can I be heard?
Hello.
Hello. What is the Unity simulator keys for moving up and down again? Do you remember?
Q and A.
Q.
You are. Hello.
I had to keep the stream camera going, so I'm on the like 2D view with the like tiny window.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I can actually zoom it in on the stream and that looks better.
How's the sound?
Sounds good.
Cool.
So you said this is like one of the new like Unity 6 scenes, but just ported to...
It's not only Unity 6, but yeah, I built it with Unity 6.
I think I hovered over something that made a bunch of sound effects at once. I mean, it's probably fine for demonstration purposes. Maybe needs to be like debounced if someone were to use this in the future. But hope other people can make their way over here.
Yeah, you were the first. Let's see. Maybe there are comments in the Discord. I'll take a look.
That tends to be what happens.
I don't see any comments in the Discord.
General. Where is the link?
Okay, in the
to the thing.
Oh, okay. So I'll also put in the WebXR general. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. Someone asked. Okay. Hello. I see that source code don't have a mic. Maybe it has like an issue and it needs to refresh. Let's see.
Is it that he doesn't have a mic, or is he just
muted? Like I don't see like a voice in. Oh, someone managed to connect. Like each time that someone connects to the voice thingy, I see like a message in the console.
I see.
So I guess he can't hear us. I'll write in the Discord that if
How can we mute in the UI?
You have like, if you look on your hand,
Mm-hmm.
you have like a menu, and then you can click on menu, and you can mute yourself.
Okay.
Mhm. So far, 4 people, and I see that for at least 3, the voice works. Like we can try and play games. Like this is the Unity scene, and it has some demos. It has like music. It has games. It has like different stuff.
Interesting.
Like there's this. If I grab the battery here, wait a minute. Yeah, you can put the battery in this device here.
Okay.
Ooh.
Bye.
Wait, I don't want to go. Where am I going to?
You can fall down.
Yeah, looks good.
That is pretty
Okay. Source code joined, but I don't see that his voice still has issues. Interesting.
Oh, these are the games you're mentioning?
Yeah, there's like whack-a-mole, and there's like
Wow.
Slingshot one. Oh, there's a climbing game. That's
yeah. Yeah.
probably be pretty hard to do with the XR simulator, but
yeah. So I want to join myself like in a VR headset. Currently, I'm hosting it in the Unity editor. I want to open it in. Yeah, I'll go there and I'll then connect with. I'll open my Quest 3 and rejoin.
oh, there's climbing holds on the top tier too.
Yeah. Let's see. Sound settings.
He went back in the.
Okay. Wait, I want to see how many. How many are we? Okay. Okay. Quest, and I hope. Okay, let's try it.
I might wrap up the stream soonish, I think. is still here. Okay. Are they at the game? No, there's one.
By the way, like Deepanda, okay.
Oh yeah, I think he said it was
Let's
going into his headset.
Hello.
Okay, here we go.
There he is.
Hi Deepanda.
Hello.
I never used like this Unity multiplayer before. Like, how this thing work? Like, is it free or like do we have to pay something in Unity?
Didn't hear you well.
About this like Unity multiplayer stuff, like how this thing can work. I mean, payment wise, like, do we have to like have some cost to host this
Oh,
service?
the payment. For such low count of users, free until something.
How much?
When it's related to web, you need to host a dedicated native build, and that costs money, and I don't know how much. Currently, I'm running the server here from my desktop.
Does it need a native build to act as like a signaling server? Is it WebRTC based or?
What was that?
Is the multiplayer WebRTC based? Is the native build acting as like a signaling server or?
It uses WebSockets for the movement and stuff, but for voice, it uses WebRTC.
I see.
I'm trying to disable my computer mute because I hear myself twice.
So like Unity provide like custom servers or like we have to host it all the time?
Okay. Now I with my own mic. You hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so now I can hear you all.
I think
Awesome.
source group might have dropped out.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we can see it in the list. So, do you want to go like and try some stuff? There's like the sync music here. Like if we do play, we should be able like to. Yeah, so everyone can play with like with the buttons here, and it syncs with everyone. Like I didn't need to change much in this build. Most of the stuff like worked without any change. Like it was just build the Unity. Most of the stuff that I needed to actually change was the voice, because Unity by default for this template uses they are using Vivox, which is the service of Unity, And in the VR template, they uses the spatial voice. I don't know English, and it doesn't support this on web. So I used another function that calls group chat, and there you have voice. I see that it has like an issue because on the desktop build, while people are talking, you can see who is talking, and you can see like green stuff in the mic icon, and you can see the mouth moving, but it seems not to work on web. But when one of you is talking and I'm in the editor, I can see who is talking, even though you are in web. So
I wonder if they're using something for the VAD that's like multi-threaded or something like that, so it's not working on the web version.
mm, I don't think so. It's like from what I look, they have like lots of bindings from JavaScript to WASM. So I guess they didn't bind this thing yet.
So it's just some weird disconnect then.
Yeah, just looking, they just need like, to look in the WebRTC stream and take from it the sound volume of each stream. And then this was one thing. WebXR on Unity 6. So this was the first time I tried the WebXR export with Unity 6. And I had like Unity as the URP, and this thing is using URP. I needed uh, I needed to do some stuff in order to make the rendering works. Like the default settings of the URP that came uh, with this template didn't work. I had to use the settings from the URP sample from the WebXR export. What else? What else? I used you saw that I used in the 2D mode the XR simulator. It had some issues when entering in VR, like for some reason, like when if you look on my avatar now and I'm removed the controllers and now I'm using my hand. So when using both the XR simulator and the hands, it didn't show the hands in VR mode. Um, it was some setting that I needed to play with, and I found the settings, but it took me too long. uh, Build times in Unity 6 in Unity 6 are much longer. Like, and in order to move from like if I was on the desktop platform and I wanted to move to web, it it actually closed the editor and reopen it.
Wow.
So I don't know, some stuff there feels much slower. Um, but it has nice features. Like it has features like for the multiplayer, they added like a new option that uh, open another instance of the editor only on game window, and then you can test a number of players from the editor, and you don't need to recompile and stuff like that.
That's not bad. I have an external package that I downloaded at one point to do that exact same thing.
Yeah. They in their docs there's another package that they are. It's not their package that they are also recommend on. So you can use or their package or the external package. I guess this is the package that you used. I don't remember the name. Something with P, I think. And mm, I don't know. It was kind of fast to adapt this to WebXR. Most of the time it took for me is that some stuff in the networking demo wasn't obvious. Like the code is kind of confusing. Like I looked in forums and in docs, and they say, "Oh, you want to use it on web. You want to use the netcode for game objects on web. You need to make sure that the connection is secure, and there's an option to of secure, and you need to use WebSockets, and there's a flag for WebSockets. So I set secure to true and WebSockets to true, and it didn't work. So apparently they have another method that gets a location object, and when using the other method, it works. But it took me a few days to figure it out. Um,
Interesting.
yeah.
Nice work, Defender. That's solid.
The FPS is low, I think, I guess. Like if I'm looking on if I'm static, it looks okay. But when you are looking on your controllers, you see that they're
Mhm.
having
Also,
they are not moving smooth, so the FPS here is not good because I didn't optimize the scene.
yeah, no worries. Also, notice like there's a lot of artifact when we look at distant stuff, like on especially the lines when in Quest 3.
Yeah, there's no. I canceled the AA. How does it call? The anti-aliasing.
Oh, okay.
There's no anti-aliasing.
It makes
Uh,
sense.
yeah. When like the settings, the URP settings they had, it was like with four, multiple by four for the anti-aliasing, but then it didn't render when we entered VR. So once I disabled the anti-aliasing from the URP, it works. But I guess I can use the WebXR scale factor to making it's similar to using anti-aliasing. Um, but yeah, it's already low FPS, so adding anti-aliasing, I guess, will be will be a death wish.
Can we use like this networking with standard instead of like URP? So,
Like the built-in instead of URP.
mm-hmm.
Yes, but then the default shaders here are for URP, so I'll have to, replace everything, replace back to built-in. But yeah, there are lots of optimizations that we can do here. Yeah.
Panther.
Hmm?
Is it possible to turn on the blinders, turn them off? So that when I move forward, I don't get that vignette view as I move?
Yeah, not as a user, but yeah, you can do it in the scene
Admin.
in Unity.
Okay. I think
It's
that's
like
very
in the
distracting.
editor, it's not a feature that they revealed.
Okay.
So also like I was
I
asking.
like that it exists for accessibility reasons, but I always try and turn it off whenever I see it.
It's very
Yeah.
distracting.
Yeah, the vignette. Okay.
Yeah. I think if
Sometimes it's
you
good
if you
not to
use
have it.
VR on a regular basis, it's very annoying to have that. It takes the immersion away.
Yeah, I guess so.
So Deepan, like I was also previously asking, like, does Unity provide any kind of hosting service for this kind of multiplayer system?
They have like a hosting service. I just don't know what the cost.
Okay. I mean, do you have a link for any of that just to have a look? See the pricing.
There's just Google Unity multiplayer services, and they have dedicated something there. It calls, I think, multiplayer hosting. It's one of the. They have lots of services like the
Multiplayer
Vivox.
hosting service.
Yeah. Like
So
the
all-
Vivox, it's the voice to chat, and they have like the relay server and the lobby and the transport layer. They have like lots of mini services, and you can select which of one
Okay.
you need or want to use.
It's a like pay as you go model, like each data we spend.
Yeah, they have like a full pricing page with lots of info.
Yeah, I'm seeing that in the browser right now. Yeah. Awesome.
I'm gonna go ahead and jump off, guys.
Okay.
Okay,
Sure.
bye bye. Thank you.
See you.
Bye, Daniel.